Welcome to this special edition of Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at warrior elites, the Kheshiks. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with special editions on Thursdays. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along. Mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Who were the Kheshiks? Where did they come from? Whom did they serve? Today we will answer these questions as we take a look at these unique warriors. The Kheshiks were also known as the Kheshikten, meaning favored or blessed. They were the imperial guard for the Mongol royalty during the Mongol Empire. They were created to serve as bodyguards for Chinggis Khan and his wife Borte. Their primary purpose was to act as bodyguards for the emperors and other important nobles. The Kheshiks were divided into two groups, the day guard, known as the Torgud, and the night guard, known as the Kuftul. They were distinct from the regular army and would not go into battle with them. Instead, they stayed in the rear on guard duty. Their supreme commander was called the Churbai. Since the Mongol Empire spanned most of Eurasia, its impact on Mongol-controlled areas led to the creation of imperial guards like the Kheshiks. The assassination of leaders of rival Mongol tribes was a common occurrence, thanks to the ever-shifting loyalties and conflicting interests at play within the Mongol tribal politics. The father of Chinggis Khan, Yesugei, was unwittingly poisoned by one of his enemies. The risk was especially high at night, since the gur that the Mongol nomads traditionally slept in lacked a solid wall. A sword or a spear could easily penetrate the gur and kill the person inside. As a result, the Mongol monarch in Mongolia typically had personal guards. After the defeat of the Wang Khan in 1203, Chinggis Khan established the Kheshiks. These guards consisted mainly of sworn personal followers. At first, this consisted of 70 day guards and 80 night guards. During the reign of Chinggis Khan, the Kheshiks were divided into four groups, commanded by four generals, Mukulai, Chormakhan, Bororchu, and Borkula. Members of the Kheshik outranked almost any other military officers in the Mongol Empire. As for their position, they were well paid, and their vocation was quite popular. As the members of the Kheshik rapidly grew, they only had to work 3 days in succession. In light of this, membership in the Kheshik was regarded as a supreme honor and was an alternative to the necessity of hostage-taking for noblemen. In the early days, the guard was comprised of 1,000 men. By the middle of Chinggis Khan's reign, they had expanded to a tumen, which is 10,000 men. At that time, command went to Nayaga, who was a member of the royal family. The Kheshik was originally comprised of Mongolian, Manchurian, Han, and Kazakh soldiers. Chinggis Khan's successors recruited Persians, Georgians, Armenians, Koreans, Russians, and Italian units. Since the Kheshiks were a personal appanage of the monarch, his successors did not inherit them. Instead, the Kheshiks of dead emperors took care of their lords' families and assisted households. For his own bodyguard, Kublai Khan retained the use of the traditional Kheshik. However, he created a new imperial guard force, the Sui. This unit consisted of Chinese and other mixed soldiers. By the 1300s, even the Kheshiks were flooded with Chinese recruits. The Sui were initially 6,500 strong, but by the end of the dynasty, it had become 100,000 strong. They were divided into Wei, or guards, who were selected by ethnicity. Most of the Wei were Chinese, while a few were Mongols, Koreans, Tungusic peoples, Kipchaks, Europeans, Middle Easterners, and there was even one unit of Russians. With such numbers abounding, the Kheshiks were eventually converted into an administrative organization. This brings us to the end of warrior elites, the Kheshiks. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. If you enjoyed this video, please consider joining our channel by becoming a sponsor. Your support will enable us to continue putting out quality videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.